Hello students, coming to the properties of electrostatic force. Just now I explained electrostatic force, Coulomb's inverse square law. Properties. Electrostatic force is a conservative force, which you know very well in 11th class. Gravitational force is also a conservative force. Why it is named as conservative force? I am giving one example here. A charge Q1 is kept at the center, another charge Qt is trying to revolve around it. Between the two charges, electrostatic force is acting, which is nothing but behaving like centripetal force. Charged particle is moving on the circumference, displacement will be like this. Force and displacement are perpendicular. Then work done is equal to like this. Fs cos 90, you will get work done equal to 0. So that is why work done by the force in a closed path is 0. That the force is known as conservative force. Electrostatic force is a central force, means which acts along the line joining the two centers. The force between the two charges cannot be affected by any other charge kept nearer to them. If you consider another charge, the magnitude of the force between them does not change. So these are the properties. Now consider this node point. If point charges are there, you can apply Coulomb's inverse square law. But if you consider continuous charge distribution bodies, suppose this is a rod like this, total charge, continuously charge is there, charge is Q. Another point charge is kept here. What is the force between them? In this condition, first of all, we cannot able to apply Coulomb's inverse square law directly. So consider a portion of charge element, its charge is dq, and a point charge q. Between them, write down the force formula. So small amount of charge, force is small df, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square model. But I need total charge, continuous charge distribution is there. So between them, what is the force? That is net force is nothing but integral df. Apply integration formula, you will get the total force. This type of questions we will get very rarely, just remember. Okay, coming to the next concept, electrostatic force, that is principle of superposition. This word is very useful. Superpose, mixing one over the other. Or now here, consider a point charge q. Three more point charges q1, q2, q3 are there. q1 and q, between them force is f1 bar. I told you force is vector. Between them force is f2. Between them force is f3. What is the net force acting on this charge? That is nothing but vectorial sum of individual forces. What is this word, sir? I am not understanding vectorial sum. Simple word. Just to find the resultant force, you can apply parallelogram law of vectors. Simply two forces F1, F2 is there. This is the basic formula, application of parallelogram law. Resultant force F is nothing but square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Remember one word, every student, while solving this resultant force, all these concepts, just open your 11th class notebook, go through that parallelogram law application, then only you can apply this parallelogram law applications here very fastly, accurately. Here I am going to show you an application, a numerical application. See, 3 point charges Q, Q, Q are kept at the three corners of an equilateral triangle of side A. I am asking the question, what is the net force acting on any one of the charge? Any charge you can consider. See, I am considering the charge here Q. So on this charge, who is applying force? Any charge, na? So I am considering on this charge, what is the net force? On this charge, who is giving force? It is giving force. It is also giving force. Sir, this is positive charge Q. It is also positive charge Q. It will apply repulsive force. It will also apply repulsive force. Remember, when we are applying resultant force, force is vector quantity, direction is important. See, here force is F, here force is F. Sir, why you are writing F and F? Very simple. Here charges are Q and Q, distance is A. Here charges are Q and Q, distance is A. Automatically force value is also same. The value of force F and F, which is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square, Q into Q by A square formula. Similarly, this is also. The two forces are at an angle 60 degree. Equal triangle, vertex opposite angles are equal, angle is 60. F equal, angle between them is 60. Apply parallelogram law, then you will get resultant force is root 3 times of the individual force. That is root 3 times of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q square by A square. Similarly, I am going to show you another example. Find the resultant force acting on plus q which is kept at the centroid of an equilateral triangle here. Let us see, this is the equilateral triangle. So I am keeping another positive charge here. On this charge, who is giving force? It will give force. Which type of force it is? It is giving a repulsive force like this. What is the value of this force? देखो force here, q and q are the charges. This distance becomes, this is apply mathematics, you will get a by root 3. Of course the value is not necessary, but you can write a by root 3. And if I will write this force as f equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q into q by distance square a by root 3 whole square. Similarly, this charge is also giving force on it. It is also giving repulsive force. Like charges, it is also giving repulsive force. This is also I am writing f. Let us see. This is force f. This is also force f. And angle between them is again. What is the angle? You can guess. So here angle is, देखो, force is f. Force is f. Angle is 120. You can check it. Here angle becomes 30. Here angle becomes 30. And here angle becomes 120. So the total angle must be 180. Vertex opposite angles are equal. That is 120. Here two forces are there, f and f. Angle between them is 120. So here I am writing separately two forces f and f. Angle between them is 120. So automatically the resultant is also, apply parallelogram law, resultant is also you will get f. If it is f 120, resultant also you will get f. Here we are forgetting one more force. It is also applying a repulsive force on it. So this force also, distance is again same a by root 3, charge is q and q, and this force also equal to f. Now the resultant of these two is f, which is acting like this f. Now third force I am considering, which is acting downwards like this, which is also f. So these two are equal and opposite. So equal and opposite. Automatically, what is the net force? Net force on plus q at centroid. So these two are equal and opposite, cancel. So net force is nothing but f minus f. That is nothing but 0. And we can see this type of so many numerical questions. We can solve it just in this method. And we are going to see the next concept in the next slide.